Alright, you're here because you want to learn how to fly this bad boy right here. The F4 Phantom by Nowmyth. Check out that beauty, hey? See the turbine just spinning up in the back there? Alright, so this bad boy costs you 10,000 supplies, and you must be a colonel. You can spawn it at the helipad. Right now we're on Pakistan. This map has 2 airports, military bases with runways. So both NATO and Russia can spawn one. There's multiple variants to the F4 Phantom. Right now we're using the Mark 82 500-pound bomb version. There's one that has 4 AIM-9s. We also have the new Su-25 Frogfoot. This one's kind of fun to use. And for NATO, A-10 Thunderbolt 2. Yes, sir. A-10's in here. I'll have a different video for the A-10. Right now, this is just a quick and dirty, basic how to fly and operate these things because it's a little tricky. Okay, first things first, you're going to go into your control menu. And you're going to want to rebind a couple things here because this is a problem that we've seen some console players have, and we finally found a fix. So by default, these fighter jets are going to pull the fire command from your turret control and your WCS. So if you look, this is a cannon right here. The fire's basically bullets. Rounds come out of it. By default, that is bound to the turret fire. Over to controls, turret tab, scroll down to handling, fire. For rockets, missiles, and bombs, your armaments right here, those are going to be fired by WCS fire weapon. Now, if you bind both of these to the same button, they're both going to try to fire at once. I do recommend, especially if you're on console, that you go through this process and rebind these to a different button. Otherwise, it's going to cause you a whole bunch of problems. Just do this first, save yourself the headache later. Alright, to get in, you walk up to it, hit F to get in. You're in the cockpit. You have a few options. You got landing lights, taxi lights, formation, position, dashboard, all that cool stuff. Hey, looks nice, eh? First thing you want to do, turn your battery on. Next, you're going to look back right, start your APU. After that, you're going to start your engine. If you look on your screen, you'll see that I have my controller inputs displaying on the bottom left. This is giving you a real-time view of what inputs I'm pressing so that you can see what I'm doing. So to get this plane in the air, you want to bind your rudder control. This is going to help you steer when you're on the ground. Next, you're going to look at your e-brake control, your handbrake. That's what kind of prevents your aircraft from moving while on the ground. So I have my handbrake bound to right on the D-pad. You have to push it twice. And I have my throttle bound to the left stick, up and down. So the throttle works in increments. You push it once, it goes up a level. You push it again, it goes up another level. I'm just going to push it one level and get this thing going real slow. You want to make sure you're going straight. You're going to have to give it, a little bit of wiggles like this just to make sure you're going straight. And gradually roll on the throttle. Don't go all at once because you do have to readjust. And once you're going pretty straight, you want to just hammer on full afterburner, start pulling up. Now you'll see there on my wings, my flaps just moved. It is highly recommended that you use your flaps for takeoff and for landing. So what the flaps do is they allow your aircraft to generate lift at a low speed and a low power. If you look on the controller overlay, you can see flaps down, I have bound to my B button. Flaps up, I have bound to my Y button. So now that we're in the air and we've lifted off, you're going to put your flaps in the up position. Next, you're going to make sure that your landing gear's up. So you can see my landing gear's going up. I have that bound to left on the D-pad. Give a little bit more throttle here. And now you're flying. So what you're going to encounter with airplanes and fighter jets in Arma Reforger is sometimes they'll just do this automatically. And they'll kind of just fly on their own and you'll have to really fight it. There's a fix for that they've programmed into the planes. And that's called retrimming. I have my retrim bound. If you look on the controller overlay, I'm pushing down on my right thumbstick. That's retrimming my plane and centering everything so that it flies straight. So right now, if I just... Now, I'm not touching the controller. I'm not putting any inputs in. It's just flying on its own. Pretty stable. You're going to have to do that periodically, so make sure you bind it in a position that's easily accessible while you are flying around. I chose to do this on my right thumbstick because my right thumbstick is controlling my aircraft's movements. So it's really easy for me to just go boop, retrim. Pretty easy to do that. We're going to hop in cockpit view here. My controls I have bound for rockets, missiles, and guns all on the same one. They're all bound to RB. So if there's the bullpup. That's a guided missile. It'll go where you point it. So you see if I'm moving the plane, it just goes wherever I point the plane, right? You can also use WASD. If you have that bound to vehicle controls, you can kind of do that too. But for the most part, it's like it operates similar to a tow missile. So... Weapon station select, you see it says guns. If it says safe, that means that safety is on. You want to put it on safety on if you want to use your bombs. So to select my bombs and cycle between bombs and the bullpups that are on here, that's V. So you just push V, and when you look on the bottom right of the screen and you see it says single, now I push RB, and a bomb drops. Another bomb drops. Another bomb drops. So the reason you wanted to put your gun on safety is so that you can drop a bomb without firing your gun. We're just dropping random bombs on the map. Oh, you can see one just exploded right there. It's kind of fun bombing points with these. If you push V again, now you can't fire your bombs. You don't have to worry about accidentally blowing yourself up. So you can go back in here. Weapon station select says guns. Now you're ready for some air-to-air combat. Or if you want to, you can just strafe some points with your guns on the plane. But see right now my plane, see how it's just, I let go of the controls and it's doing this, right? I'm not touching anything. Now watch what happens when I push down on the right thumbstick. Boom. Retrimmed. We're flying. You're going to have to do this periodically. It's just the nature of the beast with modded Arma and modded planes. So right now I'm going to come in for a landing. I'm going to push left on my D-pad. Extend my gear. I'm going to see if we can get lined up for the runway here. I'm going to put my flaps in the down position. Okay, we are getting pretty lined up. We need to keep this bird in the sky, so a little bit of throttle. Not too much though, you don't want to go fast. We might be overshooting the runway a little bit here. Oh no, we're good. Let's see if we can do this before the countdown stops. Get yourself in position. You're going to have to play with this and learn it. What you want to do when you're landing is keep your nose up, pull all the way back on the throttle. Oh, crashed. But we're alive. So I just put my brake on right away so it stops. That way you don't die. Your jet's still in an operable state. You're going to have many crash landings like that. Trust me, I still have them. It does take a bit of practice in this game to get it perfect. But it is possible. I do recommend downloading these mods and putting them on your computer and playing an offline Game Master scenario. Just so you can get familiar with them. Trying to learn how to do this in a live match. Not many people are going to actually be able to teach you because it's a live match and people are playing the game. So I do recommend that you take this video, learn the basics, and get practicing. So there we go. We've landed our fighter jet. We dropped a few bombs, we fired the guns, and we made it back alive. I hope this video helps you out. See you on the next one. The next video is going to be cool. There's going to be an F4 Phantom video, there's going to be an A10 video, and there's going to be a Su-25 Frogfoot video. I'm going to go through each one individually, and we're going to go into a little bit of advanced flying and combat. And I'm excited for those ones. Those ones will be a lot of fun, and they'll kind of teach you how to actually get busy with a fighter jet. This video here is just for any of the fighter jet newbies. Alrighty, we'll see you out there. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And join GSA. Just type GSA in your Reforger browser. Join discord.gg/GSA. And come try them out. We got them all alive. 3 different fighter jets ready for you to wage war with. Right.